The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Right to the air. Here's Murray. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Murray going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Connor. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And this returnable for Rager. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Cousins to throw it. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Cousins. He sets to fire deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. Zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, 29 yards. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Joseph on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now they're a little further behind the 8 ball after the interception led to the touchdown. So a 2-score deficit here, 1st and 10.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Murray now running left off the option. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Throwing now is Murray. Buying, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
First carry for James Conner. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Here's Murray from midfield.
And this will be swung out here for Conner. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And now out comes Minnesota. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Line of scrimmage, again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Cousins. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And some space here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson as the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove. They're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1.
More now on the return.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. Third quarter, here we go.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. They'll try the middle with Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And here's Ryan right now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
He's got room past the 30.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Well, we talk all the time about bad situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And Murray will run it here.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Forced out to his left. Oh, fancy running by Murray. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. After the touchdown, now is Prater to kick. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting, but I'm guaranteed quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Play action now. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona 1st.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, it's Murray. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And this is caught. He hits more. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4th down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point goal by Prater. It's going to be more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, out goes Prater to kick.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Here's Cousins. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this passable not too long ago. That turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. To throw is Murray. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
James Conner.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Up the middle, it's Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. 3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph.
2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
The first throw in overtime now for Cousins.
This one into the hands of Thielen.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether we're in zone or man, it's easy.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big pickup of 38. So often in overtime, Charles, games are won or lost on one big play. That might have been that big play right there.
And the ability to execute it despite the stakes, because let's say we've been there before. We've seen guys maybe hyperventilate a little bit when it's their opportunity. Not in this situation.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
And he returns this to the 22.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Coming on a very strong gain of 24.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play, attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Connor on the read option.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down, Murray. He'll dump this one off to Connor.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles.